recording. All right, y'all. We're going to get going here. Looky here. I have my band, number one. I have this right here is instead of your balance pad. It's a plank of wood. It's about an inch or more thick. And it's just a plank. However, when I step on it, see, there's a tiny bit of a little rocking to it. So it's perfect for balance work. Oh, I see Tim's back on. That's good. Tim, it makes me feel good that you're having trouble with technology. I don't feel so alone. Okay, looky here. This is very important. Get your balance pad. This is my balance pad. Here's my chair. Then I have my weights, heavy. I have some carry, something I can load. That's all you need, okay, for today. So what are we gonna do? We have an exercise together in a week. So yeah, we have to go and check and see how our joints are working. This is one of the best things to do that with. Put your hands in your little extra long band, which is what I have here. This isn't a medium band, which is what you normally find places, is about that long. This one's this long. And most of y'all have gotten this from me. And if you haven't, I have some more at home. So let me know. Anyway, put that on you right here. Guess what? A lot of you did some traveling. Do you see what I'm doing right now? I'm just simply doing a step through with this band, and I'm pushing it so that it gives me a little, I'm not pulling on it. I just want to measure the length of the band on the back of my hands, and then I step forward. But when I step forward, I'm doing all kinds of corrections. See, I just stepped forward. Here's my hands. I drop my shoulders. I'm pressing off the back of my toe. I'm bending my toes. I'm flexing them. See that? I do that all with just taking a little step with this band right here. And I just do a little run through of how's my joints going. See that? So when I step through, I want to bend the toes in the back. I want to do a little bend at the elbow. But at the same time that I do this little run through, I'm dropping my shoulders. I'm bracing, okay? So any of you out there that have ever had back issues, you gotta understand the importance of bracing. It's not the same thing as pulling in your belly button, sucking in. No. Act like I was gonna double up my fist and I was gonna head into you. Okay, if I was gonna do that, you would brace. That's what I want you to get. So as I step forward with the knee bent, I'm gonna go rib cage up, brace, shoulders down. That has to always be in place. Breathing through the nose. So anytime I say breathe, all you gotta do is shut your mouth, and you'll have to breathe through your nose. There's no other way. Unless you got equipment I don't know about. Here we go. See? See, I did all of that just now. And this is a point that is not gone over when you see all those reels that many of you have seen or look at on the internet, etc. They don't go through all the stuff that I just now did. See, I'm bending my toe, but I'm dropping my shoulders, but I'm saying rib cage up, and I'm bracing, I'm breathing, okay? And then I come down, and then I come back. So I'm doing all of that in this little step through, see? Now, if you take that step through, still using your band, now, instead of just going like this, see, I'm gonna go like this. And you may say to yourself, well, what is that? That's nothing. Let me tell you, you have a problem with your shoulder, you have a problem with your rotator cuff, This right here, this is a big deal move. Okie dokie. So I'm going to step through now, but now I'm going to step through on my board. You're going to step through on your balance pad. The minute you put your foot on the balance pad, it should give you a little rocking type sensation. Yes, but you got to be ready for it. Big breath through your nose, drop your shoulders, brace, rib cage up. I've got my little band. I'm stepping on my balance pad. For me, it's a plank of wood, okay? Now as I step there, I'm gonna rock my back foot into my toes and lift my heel as far as I can. Bring those hands down here, drop your shoulders. You're putting a little pressure here, a lot of pressure on your back toes. Then I'm gonna pull to the side. I'm gonna touch my thumb right here to my shoulder. While I keep this distance. Back down, drop my shoulders, rib cage up, step off. Oh my goodness, that single move, now on a balance pad, or on a, for me, a block of wood, the minute you put your foot there, it's gonna throw you, okay? Be ready for it. Drop your shoulders, soft knee. Soft knee. Now bend into the back of the toes. See that? See, I'm doing this move to get my phalange, my toes, really rocking and rolling, okay? Then I'm gonna go to this side, but I gotta keep my shoulders down. So, brace, breath, thumb to the shoulder. See that? Come back down. So I broke it down for you. Now let's put it into a progression and do it in a rhythmic manner. Number one, I'm going to be prepped for that because I'm going to not stop now. I'm going to step, roll into the toes in the back, pull the thumb to the shoulder, come back. Step, brace, drop my shoulders, pull the thumb to the shoulder. And some of you still are on your heel, that's fine. But if you can roll into those toes in the back, that's what I'm wanting you to do because I'm prepping you for some of the moves we're gonna do coming up. Then I'm gonna step back. Then I'm gonna step again. Step, thumb to shoulder, breath. Step, roll into the toes in the back foot, then come back. Stay with me. Drop your shoulders, breath, step, right there, thumb to the shoulder. See how I'm keeping the width with my band? Roll into the toes in the back. See, lift your heel. Yep, right there, lift your heel, breath. See, you're kind of driving your knee down. Then you step off. Every time you take this step into that balance pad, and again, for me today, this is a plank, okay? Thumb to the shoulder, roll into the toes in the back. Take a big breath, drop your shoulders. When I say take a big breath, I'm not saying it every time, but I am saying shut your mouth. Then you'll breathe the way I want you to breathe, or you'll at least start it. I'm gonna do it again, a couple more. Step, roll into the toes, big breath. Yeah, come back, bracing. I don't think I finished my statement. I do that a lot. Kathy's rolling her eyes right about now. Okay, thumb to shoulder, yeah. Going to the toes in the back, yeah. Big breath, yeah. And come back. So, what I'm trying to do is prep you for some other work that we're gonna do. You see how I'm rolling into that knee down position? there's great value in that. If you do nothing else to prepare yourself to get on out the door, do this one. It's a step in. The back foot should be straight on. Drop your shoulders, drive the knee down, and you're going into those flexed toes. And then when you add this element right here, see, thumb to shoulder, thumb to shoulder. Okay, now if you wanted to make this a little more challenging, just this. See, I'm rolling into those toes in the back. This is bent. I'm breathing through my nose. I'm really working my balance. Okay, if you want to make it a little more challenging, I'm not suggesting it. If you feel a little shaky on this, you shut one eye. Try that. Okay, one more. Here we go. So when I step, I'm getting my balance, okay, getting my bearings. Drop into the knee in the back, breath. You're gonna go thumb to shoulder, bring it down, thumb to shoulder, bring it down, thumb to shoulder, bring it down, breath, bring it down. And it's gonna rock you all over the place. Yay, that's what we want. Okay, now I'm gonna take my band, just like this, bring it right down to here, okay? Bring it up, and you see, now I'm starting to apply a little pressure on the backs of my hands, but I'm not flaring my elbows. My elbows stay down, they stay tucked. My knees are soft. I'm gonna go into my heels. So at the same time that I'm working my upper body by pressing out with the backs of my hands and keeping my elbows headed down, I am working into my toes by lifting my heels, okay? Not too much problem there, but what if I lift my toes? I know it. Keep the pressure, see? I'm keeping the pressure. Go into your heels and lift your toes. Just for a second. Heels and lift your toes. Yeah, you have to straighten. Keep your elbows down, breath. Keep your elbows down, breath. Keep your elbows down, breath. See how I'm going into the heel? Drive the toes up. This is especially for Kathy. Bring those toes up. If that's too hard, just do this. See? Then you can drive it up. Keep the pressure on here. Keep your elbows down. Step, pull. See that? Keep your elbows down. Step, pull. See that? Big breath. So every time I say big breath, you know what I'm saying, don't you? Some of you have flared your elbows. I know you have. I can feel it. Don't flare your elbows. Step, pull. Okay? So I'm doing the same thing as this, only a little more complete because I have my balance. See? Pull, pull. Keep your shoulders down. Pull. Keep your shoulders down. Pull. Yeah, keep your elbows in. Pull. Bring it back and bring it down. So when you can't think of anything else to do and you want to help yourself feel a little bit better and you're having to stand like a long time, soften up your knee, bring the other leg out, pull that toe up until you feel a stretch in your heel cords in your calf. And then come back down. It's actually not the calf, it's more the soleus, but we won't go there. Soften the knee. Got to do that first. Soften the knee. Tighten the tummy. Drop your shoulders. Just put your heel down and pull your toe back. Okay? Until you feel a little stretch in the back of your foot, back of your leg. Okay? So at the same time now, I'm going to grab this. I'm going to come right to here. And then I'm going to go up. And notice something. Notice something. See, the minute I pulled it in, and the minute I said up, Some of you went ripping all the way up here. I didn't say that. I didn't do that. So you need to watch. So I'm right here. I keep my wrist in neutral. Don't pull your fists out, okay? Soften up, tighten or brace, drop your shoulders, yes, grab. You're gonna come here, and then what are you gonna do? Am I gonna go ripping up there? No, I'm not. I'm gonna go right to my forehead with my elbows in. And I'm bringing it down, and I'm bringing it down to my thigh, okay? So it's a bicep curl and an overhead press. Only I'm not going overhead. I'm going right to here for a reason, okay? Then I come down. So you come here, you come here, you come here, come here. You gotta get that move first with a proper alignment in your posture. So what are you gonna do? You're gonna soften your knees, number one. You're gonna brace, number two. You're gonna drop your shoulders, number three. So here's a band. I'm gonna go to my thigh. I'm gonna come right here in a curl. And then what am I gonna do? With this stance, I'm gonna go right here to my forehead. That's it. Then come down, then come down, then come down. So it's a curl to an overhead press. Now, I'm gonna do that with weight in just a minute. And I'm not gonna have you lift way up here with heavy weights. We're going to, but not right now, okay? So that's something that you gotta really, really, really hear me on. Now, I'm doing a run through of everything that are termed longevity work. Longevity, okay? You can say longevity. Longevity. So now I'm gonna put this hand right here. I'm gonna do a bent over row, action, and I'm gonna go like this. See, just give and go, give and go. See that? Drop your shoulders, take a big breath. So act like you're just riding a horse, that's all. Act like you're riding a horse. You know why? Because that keeps you from locking your legs. Let you hip hinge, you gotta hip hinge. Ribcage up, hip hinge, shine your taillights. Bring this here, bring this here. That is a bent over row. I'm prepping you. Go to the other side. Row back, row back. See, I just keep the hand right here and I row back. So if you did nothing else, if you had nothing else that you wanted to pack with you to do a few of these, you could do it with this little stinking little band. Now I'm gonna load here in just a minute, but I want you to get the moves. Take a breath, hip hinge, shine your tail light, keep your chin tucked, pull, pull. See, I'm just prepping. Bring it all the way in and then row it back. See that? So this is called a bent over row. I'm doing it singularly right now because I'm prepping us. Then I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna hip hinge. I'm gonna shine my tail lights. And then I'm gonna row. I'm just gonna grab it and roll. Just a little rowing. Keep your chin tucked. Breath. Keep your elbow in. Don't flare it. Right here. Right here. You should feel a little work going on right there. Yes, that's what I'm trying to approach. Okay, now I'm just doing a quick run through of the longevity moves that you gotta always be able to do. So now I'm gonna put my little band here. Here's my little chair, your kitchen chair. And all I'm gonna do, we've done a lot of stepping forward. Now we're gonna step back, okay? So you always need to be able to do a step back type of a lunge, okay? Why? Because that's gonna help us to do a very essential move that if you wanna stay mobile for all your life, you gotta practice this. It's a skill that you can learn. So have a chair in place, have a bench that you can actually put your hand on as you step back. You see how I'm doing that? I can put my hand here. I want to be able to come down, I put my knee down and get back up, okay? So I'm just running through these, there's about 5 moves, really. Got my hand on the chair, gonna hip hinge, gonna push into my toe in the back. Yes. Take a breath, you hip hinge, you press on the chair, you tighten your tummy, bracing. There it is again. Breath. Now exhale, take that leg up and go back down. See that? Just do this with me. I'm going to do it 6 times on each leg. Stay with me. Hand is here. Don't lean into it. Use 2 fingers. That'll keep you from overusing your hand. Maybe your thumb. Press and come up. Stand straight. You come back down. Okay, that's 2 or 3. Kathy knows exactly. Press and come up. So yeah, I'm using my hand on the chair. That's okay. Yeah, there'll be time that you can come over and do it by yourself. But right now, this is fine. If you're dealing with multiple joints replaced and the possibility of not being able to get down and get up on your own, use your dang hand, okay? Put your hand on here, but don't overuse it. That's why I use a thumb and 2 fingers. And I stay straight. Don't overlean. Take a breath. We've got about 2 more, maybe 3. Take a breath. Don't overlean. And exhale as you put pressure into the back foot and into the front foot. See, it's going in and out. Drop your shoulders. Breath. Exhale. Okay, I think that was 6, but I'm going to do 1 more. Kathy's not going to do it because she creates mutiny many times on my repetitions. Okay? I'm throwing you under the bus, Kathy. Okay, so here I am, standing. I'm going to go to the other leg. Now, some of you, for whatever reason, maybe you just had knee surgery. Maybe you have a hip that's giving you trouble. Okay, put that in the mix. Maybe you can't go all the way down. That's okay. But I'm going to go do is what I can on both legs is the point. Without doing what? Everybody should be yelling. Without over leaning on the chair. Breath. Drop your shoulders. Here comes the train. Brace. I'm going to take a step back. I'm going to bend the knee. I got my thumb and my 2 fingers on the chair. I'm going to come down. Put my knee on the balance pad. Okay? Or your floor, whatever. But if you have a balance pad under you, that works great. Take a breath. Don't overlean. I'm going to push and come up. Okay? I'm going to do this 5 more times. So I'm going to come down to the knee. Okay? Hopefully it's on the balance pad. I'm going to use my 2 fingers and a thumb. I'm going to exhale when I come up. Now I'm going to breathe. Now I'm going to come down. Breath. Now I'm going to exhale. Okay? Now I'm going to breathe in. Now I'm going to exhale. Okay, just 2 more. I think I lost count. Okay, 1 more. Here we go. Okay? And exhale. You gotta breathe. Just eat. Exhale, exertion. Okay? And just keep breathing. Don't get too crazy with it. Okay, we have 1 more basic longevity move. We've gone from stepping up, just simply stepping up, to bicep curls overhead, to set back lunges. We're gonna do 1 last one, 2, and then we'll be adding weight. Okay, here's my chair. Now, if I was doing this on my own, I might go to the front of the chair. So whatever part of the chair you want to go is fine with me. But I'm gonna do a chair plank. So I'm gonna put my hands on the chair, my elbows are soft, my shoulders are down. I'm gonna step back into a chair plank position. But what you should notice on what I'm doing and what you're doing is that you are in a straight line from your shoulder to your wrist, and your elbows are soft. This puts load through that very important upper thoracic vertebrae, your shoulders, your core, and then step in. That's okay. Step in, take a breath, go down, go up. I'm trying to get you to where you can do 1 to 3 chair planks and hold it in the right position. Hold it for 10 seconds, hold it for 15 seconds, yes, even 30 seconds. If you can do this pretty much every day, you're putting great load on your whole frame and you're getting your abdominals to activate, okay? So here's my hands. Keep my wrist straight, and if you have to, you can go on your fists. If your wrists are very tender, and many of us have issues with our wrists and our hands, I understand that, and you avoid doing anything that's gonna put pressure on it. So if you can put pressure on it, keep those wrists straight, that's good. Drop your shoulder, step back, tighten your butt right here. Take a big deep breath, bring one knee in, one knee back. One knee in, one knee back. Keep your butt tight. One knee in, one knee back. Breath, back, breath. And see, I can bring my knee in. These are called plank marches, marching, plank marching. But when you bring your knee in, here's the caution. Drop your shoulders every time. Take a breath every time. But don't round your back. So you just bring your knee in a little. Bring your knee in. Take a breath. Drop your shoulders. 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 Just one more, one more. Knee in. Knee in. Step in, step in. And come back. Bring those hands out. Okay? And I'm gonna circle around to the very first move that I did, which is putting your foot on the plank. Okay? Now I'm gonna end, I'm not in the whole thing, but in this section, because I just did a quick run through. See, I ran through longevity moves, and I'll go over them again with weight. So I'm gonna step up, I'm circling back around, and I'm gonna go to my toe. And then if I'm not holding anything and you're on a balance pad, that can get real dicey, real quick, okay? Kay can tell you this. Drop your shoulders, because what am I gonna do? I'm gonna bring my knee up and then go back. See that? So when you're on an unstable surface, a very compromising surface like a exercise pad, you must have a safety feature in line. It could be a wall, it could be a chair. See, I might put this chair right here if I felt that I really wanted to have something that I can hang on to. See here, I loaded now, I'm loading, I'm ready to do the next move. I'm bringing it up, I'm bringing it down. I'm doing a one leg stance and holding balance and then bringing it down. All that weirdness of being unbalanced is exactly what I'm trying to get you to do. Big breath, drop your shoulders, lean in, get ready, bring that knee up, hold it as long as you feel you can, and then go back down. Now, you should feel quite loaded right here and right here. That's the point, okay? Now I'm gonna do the other one. And again, I just did 3. We'll come back around in just a moment to the next step. But some of you, this is all you need to do to get used to. So see what I just did? I went from my heel all the way down, big breath. I'm getting ready. I'm gonna load now. See that? Get my chin tucked. And I'm gonna bring this knee up. I'm not gonna go fast. I might even have to do a little stutter step. I'm gonna bring my knee up and I'm gonna hold it and then I'm gonna go back down. So this is my hip replace side. This is my knee replace side. And I can tell you I'm much more unstable on my hip replace side. So I have to be ready for it. That's why I'm urging you to have a wall, a chair, something that will stabilize you if you need it, okay? Big breath, load, get into that toe. Are you ready? I'm gonna bring that knee up carefully, drive the knee up, then come back. And yes, I'd like to get to where you can do 1001, 1002, 1003. So here we go, drop, brace, all those things. Somebody asked me what kind of a class this is, and then they'll say, oh, is it an aerobics class? And I said, you know, number one, to even know what the aerobics, that word means, you have to be at a certain age to understand that. Here we go, load, bring it up, bring it up, bring it up. And yeah, I would like to get, for you to get to where you can do a set of 10. Then maybe a second set of 10. Now we're gonna come back to this. So one of the things I wanna point out is during that whole 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 moves, 6 longevity moves, do you realize that I built into that the 3 very important moves for people with osteoporosis, okay? Heel toe rocking, heel toe rocking. If somebody with osteoporosis, or if you want to prevent osteoporosis, and see, we did a lot of that. And I did a lot of it in those 6 longevity moves. Do you see this? We did that in the whole first part of this class, okay? We did the modified chair plank marches. So we did a chair plank marching. That is an osteoporosis preventative. And if you have osteoporosis, it's a gentle way to put load on your core, okay? The only thing that I didn't include in that one, which I kind of did, is a side jack. So what's a side jack? Well, this is a jumping jack. Many of you can't do that, okay? And the minute I just now did that, you're just like, oh, I can't do that. Stay with me. Side jack. See this? And when you come in, stomp. See? Side jack, stomp. Load. But it's safe. You're controlling the load. Side jack, bring it back in, stomp. Side jack, bring it back in, stomp. See how I'm keeping my knees soft, keep my shoulders down, staying braced. Let me go back to the statement I made. Somebody will say, well, what kind of an exercise class is this? Actually, every step of the way, it's a tutorial on lining yourself up with movement, okay? So many times we do movement and we don't think about lining ourselves up. Do you see how I'm stomping? I'm going side jack, stomp, side jack, stomp, side jack, stomp, tight tummy, breathe, shoulders down, stomp. So if you do 30 of these, this could be one of your 1-minute challenges, 1 to 2 minute challenges. Side jack, stomp, side jack, stomp. I know it. Who would have ever thought? Okay, now we're ready to start adding load. The first thing I'm gonna do is pick up a weight, and I'm just gonna go from side to side. And I'm gonna see, how does that feel? Okay, so what is this? This is a 25-pound kettlebell. That's what this is. Now, you might say, well, I don't have a kettlebell, Jeannie. I'm gonna say, okay, I know you have weights. Most people have some kind of free weights. And if you don't have that, guess what works really well? A grocery bag loaded with a bunch of cans. I know it. So this is just a carry. Now this is 25 pounds. Normal grocery bag is anywhere from 10 to 18 pounds. Okay? 10 pounds for sure. Should be able to handle 8 to 10 to 12 pounds in a carry grocery bag. What am I doing? I'm doing 1, 2, 3 steps. I'm doing a carry. I'm doing 1, 2, 3 steps back. I'm looking around me to make sure I'm not going to step on something and trip. Big breath through your nose. Exhale. Yeah, if you can exhale through your nose, that's what I would prefer that you do. But do you see what I'm doing? I'm keeping my shoulders down, I'm keeping my tummy tight, and I'm coming back to the tutorial on lining up. So what does that mean? That means I'm trying to encourage you to hit neutral postural alignment in your movement, your everyday movement, and engage all the way through your butt, through your gluteals, to your pelvic floor work while you do these moves, okay? That's the thing, is being aware of, okay, well, what muscles am I using to do this move, okay? So now what I've done is a series of side to side, and to move 25 pounds from one side to the other side, I don't care if it's in a grocery bag, I don't care if it's one of your weights. See, you can do this quite easily with one of your hand weights, but it needs to be pretty heavy, okay? Heavy as you can take. This is low. Whew, it fell right off. I'm glad my toe wasn't under that. That could have hurt. By the way, the most injuries actually that tend to occur in weight rooms is dropping a weight. Yeah, picking it up or putting it down. And there was a good example. See, I put this on here, it wasn't stable and it just rolled off. So I should have just put it down. Take a breath, but thank goodness my toe wasn't under there. So now that I've gone back and forth, now I'm gonna go back here. See that? And then I'm gonna come around here. Now let me tell you something. If you just pick up one of your weights and just walk around your house, moving it from side to side, and then behind you, and you're walking. See? This is a load. This is a load that your spine, your shoulders, your hips, your knees, your ankles, your feet, they're all reading. Oh, geez. She's in that class with that crazy woman again, and she's picking up something heavy. And then they're saying, we better push out some more stability in our bones, okay? And it's going on all the time, every day, all day. You have osteoclasts and osteoblasts working or not working. And guess when they're working? When you're lifting something. And it could be no more than this kind of a thing. See, I'm going from side to side, but I have to line up. I have to engage my gluteals. I have to keep my shoulders down. I have to keep my tummy tight. I'm not just walking around with my gluteals waving at everybody. I have to tighten them in. I hope that visual got you laughing and thinking, oh my gosh, she's right. I know it. Okay, so after I've done my walking around, with a pretty heavy load, side to side, then back behind, side to side, then back behind. Do not go fast. Do it to your level, but load. Now I'm going to do one of the most important things for longevity. I'm going to step out wide. If your toes are turned out, they can be turned out a tiny bit. And you want to go with your knees over your toes. Don't go all the way down to start with, no. When you start to come down, I'm controlling this with my shoulders down. My tummy is braced. My knees are going in the direction of my toes as I go down. And I'm not going all the way. And when I come up right now, I'm tightening in my butt. Yeah. Then I hip hinge. I push my butt back. My back is very extended. It's not flexed. My knees are going in the direction of my toes. I'm going down a little further. And I'm going into my heels, and then I'm coming up and I'm squeezing my gluteals right now. I'm pulling in my pelvic floor muscles. Yes. Then I'm going to push back. Hips back, hips back, hips back. I'm going a little lower. See, I didn't do it all at first. I got used to it. I made sure my lineup was correct before I try to approach anywhere near the floor. Keep my chin tucked, breathe. Exhale, push your butt back, go all the way down as far as you feel you can. The knees are over my toes, and then I come back up and I squeeze the butt. Then I push back, push back, push back, push back, push back. Go all the way to down as far as you can. Then come back in, squeeze your gluteals. Breath. What does that mean? It means shut your mouth, hip back, shine your tail lights. Boom. Now really go down into the heels and then come back up. So this is a squat, a froggy squat, if that helps you remember. Some people call it a froggy squat, but see, here's the thing. My feet are wide. They're turned out just a bit. My knees are going out over my toes. I'm going down as far as I can now, and then I'm going to pull up. I'm going to squeeze my butt right now. So I'm telling you right now, I'm going to do 4 more. I'm going to push my butt back. I'm coming down. I'm going to go down as far as I can. I'm going to drop my hip really down and then come back. And no, I'm not going to go all the way down like you see it on the internet. Why? Because I replaced knee. I have a replaced hip. I'm going to do as far as I feel I can. And I'm going to really activate these. And I'm not going to worry too much about making it look like them. But I am going to drive my hips down. Here's the mistake that a lot of people make. When you're doing this, don't kid yourself. If you come here and then you take the upper body and go down, that is not what I want. Ever. I don't care what you got going on. You got to get your butt down first. See, I'm driving my butt down. I am not taking my head down lower than my hips. And that's what you got to really be aware of. So knees are out. Come down as far as you feel you can. Then drive into the heels and come up. Big breath. Drop down, drop down, drop down. Heels. You're in your heels. You're in your heels. Drop that hip. Then come back up. Okay, I'm going to do, did I say 4? Okay, 1 more. This drives Kathy crazy. Okay, coming right off the heels of that now. See, I'm circling back. I'm doing the same moves that I introduced to you, the longevity moves, but I've now added weight. So coming off of the froggy squat, I'm gonna do a bicep curl. See that? I can do it with a carry. I can do it with weights, whatever you choose. Just keep your lineup correct, neutral, okay? What does that mean? Drop my shoulders. Breath, keep braced, keep my chin tucked. See, I don't want to bring this up and do this. I want to bring my ear has to be in line with my shoulder. My shoulder has to be in line with my hip. My hip is in line, going right on down to the knee, to the ankle. Okay. Drop my shoulders. I'm going to bring it up. That's my curl. Then I'm going to bring it right to my forehead and bring it back down. See that? So this is quite heavy. You can choose whatever weight. Whatever weight is going to push you a little. I'm grounded into my feet. Take a big deep breath through your nose. Curl. And then do that overhead press to your forehead. Don't worry about going all the way up yet. I'm carrying 25 pounds here, okay? 25 pounds could be well within the range of putting your suitcase up in an overhead bin. Now, could I go up there with this? Yes, and I'll do it in a minute, but I don't want you to do it right now. See how I'm soft with my knees, drop my shoulders, tighten my tummy, bring my carry right here. That's my curl. Get ready, take a breath, exhale, and you're right there at the forehead. Could I go up? Yes, I can go up. But it's not what I want to do with you right now, unless you're ready for it, okay? I'm gonna do this 3 more times. Do it with me. Okay, we're doing really good on our time. Drop your shoulders. And I know that many of you who pulled up the YouTube, my YouTube channel, and you did all your homework last week. I know you don't need this workout, but we're gonna do this anyway. Here we go, here we go. See my curl? Okay, tight tummy. Get ready, drop your shoulders. Breath, exhale to the forehead, and bring it back down, and bring it back down, okay? Here we go. Back, curl, right to here. Back down, curl to the thigh. So I'm right here, drop your shoulders. I got 2 more. Here we go, breath. And every time I say breath, what am I saying to you? I'm saying shut your mouth. You have to breathe somewhere. You'll breathe through the nose, okay? Drop your shoulders, get grounded. What I mean by that is feel your feet on all 4 corners. It's gonna shift to your heels. So be aware of that shifting. My knees are unlocked and I'm a tiny bit hip hinged. See that? Drop your shoulders, breath, curl, forehead. Bring it down, bring it down. Curl, breath, exhale, forehead. Bring it down, bring it down. Tight tummy, tight tummy. Okay, I know we did 4. I'm gonna do 1 more, but I'm gonna go on up. Here we go. Curl, forehead, and then up. See that? And if you have to do an overhead, if you're traveling and you have a suitcase that you have to put in the bin overhead, do that progression. Curl it to here, then bring it up, then put it up. Okay? That's gonna be much more successful for you. Okay, now I'm gonna put that there. And I did this whole thing today pretty much with a 25-pound kettlebell, okay? Now, I'm gonna put 1 more in here just because it's really important. And there are times when you're gonna be in a situation where you don't have weights. Anybody can load a suitcase, or you can load a bag, and you can do what I just did, okay? You can do that all day long. You can load any kind of a bag, no matter where you're at, no matter what. However, to get load on the back of the shoulders and in the back of the arms, you need to do a backward type push-up, okay? And you can do it. I'm doing it to the side of the chair because I want you to see what I'm doing. And I have this jacket on because it's a little chilly. The bird feeder was frozen here. Poor little Oklahoma birds are shivering out there. Okay. Drop your shoulders. That's number 1. Now, some of you have broken your arm, okay, and you're not ready to put maybe pressure on back here. And so don't push it. But if you're of that, if you have that going on, just put a weight in your hand and go back with it. See, that's very doable. But here's the deal. Our goal is to always be able to handle our own body weight, right? So I'm supposing that everybody's healthy and they don't have a broken arm. If you do, then get a weight in your hand. If you don't, put your hands back here, drop your shoulders, and sneak your butt off right there. And the elbows are pointing back. And then the first thing I'm going to do is just get my little butt down off the chair and back up. I'm not worried about how far down to go. I just want to bend my elbows and come back. See that? Drop your shoulders. You're stepped out. You're stepped out here. Okay, drop your shoulders. Big breath. Ease the butt off the chair as far as you can and then come back. That's it. Now, if you want to really engage the backs of those arms, then just hang out here for a bit and come down and up. See, you just come down and up. I'm only going about an inch, but I'm putting a great load on the backs of my arms. And by great load, I mean your own body weight. That's what I mean, okay? So it could be greater or lesser. Yeah, we won't go there. Drop our shoulders, yes. Take a breath, yes. Ease yourself off, yes. And then act like you're gonna come back up and then don't. And then act like you're gonna come back up and don't. And act like you're gonna come back up and don't. See that? It's just a series of fake outs. See? And after you get through with 6 to 8 to 10 of those, whoa, this is gonna be heating up. Now, if you can't use both your arms, you get a pretty good weight in one hand or both, and you just press back, okay? And you do a series of press backs, and that would be really good. Okay, good job. And I went over the whole longevity program, this move. So I'm gonna say, you want longevity? You want quality and longevity? Yeah, you gotta be able to move. So now I'm gonna step out. See here? Step out. So you know what I did just now? Just now. I leaned back. How did I lean back? I kept my chin tucked and I hip hinged back. I did not round my back. And I stepped out. See that? Now let's break it down. I stepped out, my back is extended, and now I'm just gonna lean in. And I'm gonna push my leg, especially this one, out as I lean forward. Keep my chin tucked. Then I'm gonna come back. Then I'm gonna bring it back in. Then I'm gonna step out. Put my elbow right here on the front leg. Lean in with a extended back. With an extended back. See, I'm coming in. I'm getting really good groin engagement and stretching right here. Just come down there, meet it. Don't round your back. And then come back. I don't care how far down you can go. Now let's do a hip mobility thing. So I'm gonna really scoot my butt to the end of the chair. I'm gonna drop my knee, and I'm just gonna turn and look over my shoulder and bring that knee down. Then I'm gonna switch. I'm gonna drop the knee, turn, look over my shoulder, and I should be feeling a great stretch right through here. And if you have a knee replaced, it's very difficult to get in a position where you can stretch that safely. And a hip. So if I go like this, and I lean back just a little, with my knee driving down, oh my goodness, that relieves so much pain in your back. You can't believe it. Anyway, well, we're just having fun. We could just keep going, couldn't we? So where are you going? No, we couldn't keep going. Okay, I'm gonna say goodbye. And just remember, hurt me more than you.